let's go ahead and get started. So this is the Newage Toys Romulus. This is their take on the equivalent of a Studio Series 86 Megatron. So he would kind of line up with the Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime. So that's kind of the idea here. I picked this guy up from showzstore.com, and I'm going to go ahead and stop talking and just open him now. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm actually really excited about this, by the way. Oh yeah, quick look at the box. So it looks a lot like a Studio Series box, very much on purpose. And there's all your different views. Kind of a cool pose right there. And there he is back there. Very cool. Legendary Heroes. And then down there on the bottom, which that's where we're going to open him up from. So let's go ahead and do this. And get this guy cracked open. There we go. And pull all this good stuff out. Put that box off to the side. And then there he is in his plastic. You've got his instructions right there. But let's go ahead and take this plastic off. Ta-da! Take that plastic, throw it over here. And then, oh, got stuff falling out already. So many faces. Focus, focus. Many faces. And then you have his little lightsaber from that epic battle with Optimus from the movie. And you have the gun. I think we all know what I'm talking about here. Thanks for nothing, Hot Rod. And then you've got his Energon mace. So yeah, that's real chain, real metal. And there you go. Looks pretty good. All right. So last step, let's take this. Oh, he's wrapped in it. So take him out of there. And then, ta-da-da. There he is in all of his glory. He looks really good. I'm not going to lie. He looks really good. Let's get that plastic out of there too. And then last thing we'll do, just for super quick comparisons, let's bring in the original. This is my G1 Megatron from when I was a kid. So he is in the shape he's in because he got played with, and I'm not ashamed of that. So there you have G1 Megatron next to the Newage. What was this guy's name? Romulus. I wanted to call him Destron, but I know that's their version of the Decepticons. One last comparison, or second comparison here, is going to be the War for Cybertron Megatron. And then just let's take a look. Last thing we'll do for this video. And there he is next to the Studio Series 86 Commander Class Prime. I think he's a little undersized. I was hoping that they'd be a little more close to the same size. Not sure how to feel about that. But I'm going to leave that video where it is, and we will use other videos to take a look and explore from there. But again, I really hope you like this. If you did, please follow, please like, please share, do all those things. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hey everybody, I'm just a nerd who likes Transformers, so if you like that kind of thing, stick around because we're going to talk about this guy. If you don't, I guess keep on scrolling. But for those of you who have stayed, this is going to be part 2 of a series that I'm doing for this character right here. This is the Newage Toys Romulus. It's their take on a Studio Series kind of scale Megatron. This is a third-party company for those who aren't familiar. They make really cool stuff, and I was really excited to get my hands on this guy. Let's go ahead and jump in. So part 2, what we're going to do here is we're really just going to look at the details of this guy and talk about his articulation. Try to keep the video short, so that way we live in that world of a short attention span. We'll just focus on one thing at a time and get through it. So I'm going to move this box out of the way since we've already seen that, and then we are going to focus on this guy. So this is Romulus, and starting off, we're going to bring in the handy-dandy ruler here, so you can see that, looking at that, he is just about 6.5 inches tall. As I understand it, 6.5 inches is more than adequate. And we will now just do one more quick comparison, because when I did the first video, I had him lined up against the Studio Series 86 Commander Class Optimus Prime. I was hoping that he would do well against that guy, but not quite. He's a little undersized. I do, however, find that he is sized very well for the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime. This is the Leader Class Prime. Either the Kingdom or Earthrise, it's the same figure, either one. But if you have him, then these two guys actually stack up really well next to each other. So very well done there. All right, so we'll get him out of the way. Now, we will focus on the details for Romulus or Megatron real quick, and we'll bring him in so you can see a nice close look at what he's got. So, very nice Megatron face. And then coming down here, that's just from the factory. Coming down to that abdominal area, he's got his nice Darth Vader buttons, and the crotch is looking okay, nothing groundbreaking about that. Then you can see some of the magic here on the insides of those legs, so you can see that trigger. Good sculpt work inside there, and then coming on down, you got this nice gunmetal gray going on, and then the signature narrow Megatron metal feet. And looking at those arms, they look pretty good from here, but you look at the sides, he starts getting looking a little bit like Popeye, for those who know the character. And then on the insides, you know, it's not entirely clean. It's better on the side because it has a port instead of a peg right there. But could be a little bit cleaner, but he's not awful, not by any means. Side profile, nice, clean figure. So no backpack whatsoever. He's got his gun barrel, which he's supposed to have. But other than that, looks really good. And then lift that arm up out of the way, and you can see he's nice and solid all the way through. And then has those signature ridges right there from that handle when he's in his alt mode. From the back, he's not too shabby either. Guy looks pretty good. He doesn't really fall apart on the backside, so I really like the way he looks all the way around. I think overall, sculpt work and the look of this guy, they've done a fine job of capturing him. So talking about the articulation, I think this is one of the areas where this guy really shines. So we will start up here with the head, and you can see, right in there, I'll just go ahead and pull it up. So he's got a double hinge right there as part of the transformation. So that double hinge lets him do a few cool things. So number one, of course, you can go all the way around with the head. You can go up, you can go down, you can give him a head tilt, which is nice, but then you can also give him one of these. Oh, too much. A little kind of one of those. I don't know how to describe it, but like, oh no, you didn't kind of thing. So that's kind of fun. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Here at the arms, you can lift those arms up that far. You can see where they interfere with each other right there, but it's still plenty of range of motion on those arms. You can go all the way around right there at the shoulder. Those are nice and tight. Right here at the bicep, you do get rotation, so you can go all the way around. And then at those elbows, you get double jointed elbows right there. You do get some gaps, so it's a little unsightly, but you do get a nice range of motion, which is very nice. Down here at the hands, how are we going to do this? What's the best way? So starting here at the wrist, you can get all the way around. The hand is removable. That's for the accessories, so you can get full range of motion there. But then you can also slide the hand out that far and push the hand in, minus the thumb. You can maybe get a little bit of room there, but push the hand in that far. And then bring him in for the close-up here. You can see you have 3 fingers connected, and then that index finger is separate, and then you got your thumb. You have one joint on your thumb, and you can move that thumb in, move that thumb out. As far as the fingers go, you can see they have 2 joints, so you can bend the fingers right there, and then you can bend them, if I can do it, there we go, bend them right there. So you can make a nice fist. I don't know, make him do whatever you want to do there, I guess. Oh, made you look. All right, and then this is really cool. I just discovered this recently. You do have waist rotation right there, so just be careful when you're doing the waist rotation that this piece of his back doesn't catch on these 2 little notches right there on his hip. But if you lift that waist up a little bit, you can clear that. Next thing is you have ab crunch. You've got an ab crunch right here, okay? But the cool thing is, a little button right here. I mean, I don't know if it's meant to be a button, but I'm going to call it a button. You have an ab crunch right here. So push that in just to clear it out of the way, and then you can just bend him right there. And then you've actually got filler gaps right there. So you can have him bend over a little bit, and it does not show. So really, really cool. Love what they've done there. You can hear that click when you bring that back up, and that kind of locks that in place. All right, so I'm going to move these hip skirts out of the way, lift that up, kind of give you a peek under what's going on there. He does have these butt flaps. These butt flaps help keep him together, plus you don't increase range of motion by moving these, so I'm going to leave him alone. And then kicking, you can kick forward that far. You can kick backward that far. And then you can kick outward that far before he runs into himself. These are pins. I would have liked to have seen ratchet joints there because I think over time this could become loose. It's actually pretty loose right now, pretty easy for me to move. So over time that's not going to get any better. At the thigh, you do have thigh rotation, so you can go all the way around. That feels pretty good. Down here at the knee, double hinged knee right there. You do have gaps, so a little bit unsightly, especially if you're trying to put him in some kind of a pose where you can see those, but at least you do have a really nice range of motion there. Making our way down to the feet. So the feet are comprised of 2 sections. You've got the front of the foot, you've got the heel of the foot right there. So as far as range of motion, you can bring that foot up that far and then just bring it back down that far. Ankle tilt, you can go in pretty stinking far. It's going to be more than he'll ever need probably. And then with that heel back here, you can, it's tight, but you can angle that heel like that if you want to do that. This guy is actually really well balanced, so I'm going to try to do this without consequence. So if you bring his feet forward like that and then bring his knees back, you can still get almost a matrix move out of that guy. So really impressed with that. I think that looks really cool. You can do all kinds of nice poses. And then of course if you want to add that ab crunch into it, you can do something like that. Ooh, wait a second. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, that makes me happy. All right, so that's going to do that for this video. The next thing that we're going to talk about in the next video is just talking about his accessories, all the fun stuff you can do. He's got a mace, he's got a saber, he's got a weapon, he's got faces. We'll have a good time with that one. But thanks for watching, thanks for sticking around, and I will see you in the next one. Hey everybody, we're back with part 3 of the review for this guy right here. This is the Newage Toys Romulus. It's their take on what I would call a studio series size Megatron. So this part 3, we're going to be talking about the accessories. Parts 1 and 2, we went over the details, the articulation, unboxing, all that good stuff. But we're just going to focus on this, try to keep it short. So let's go ahead, get that box out of the way so we don't have that distraction. And then we'll dive right into it, move him over so he's a little centralized. So this is everything that he comes with. And for the most part, he's pretty cool. But let's start with the faces down here. So you can see right now, or hopefully you can see, I have a smirking face on him. Now this is not the one that he came with or already applied. It was actually this one, was just the stoic face. That was the one that he came with out of the box. And then you have laughing Megatron. This is my favorite Megatron. And then you've got screamy Megatron right there. All right, so they all look pretty good. And we will talk about what we need to do, how you change those faces out. Next thing we'll take a look at here is the mace, the Energon mace. So yeah, this thing's pretty cool. So you've got that nice purple plastic and translucent actual metal chain here. So very cool. And then you've got the tip where that just plugs in where his hand would go, and it spins very nicely. Probably do some damage with that. Next up is the gun. So this is the one that I'm assuming from the movie. This is supposed to be the one that he picks up from underneath the debris and starts shooting Optimus Prime. Yeah, it's pretty good detail on there, nothing special. There's the handle, so you can see that with all these accessories, particularly the saber with the sword and this pistol, that there's no tab. So this doesn't have like a tab slot system like a lot of the Masterpiece toys do. You just depend on the actual grip of the hand. So next up, we're going to be talking about that saber, Energon sword, whatever you want to call it. So got a nice hilt on that guy, and then pretty good detail. And then you've got this. Of course, I would call this kind of a blast effect almost. And this is removable. This is where I'm a little disappointed. So you can actually remove this, and it's in 2 pieces. And you would think, or at least I would think, like, oh, look at that. Oh, there we go. You would think, oh, wow, that's a little more narrow right there. Oh, can it be a blast effect? No. No, it's not. But how cool would that have been you can have a blast effect on that, but you know, disappointment reigns. But either way, not sure why that comes apart if that's not the case, but there it is. All right, and then the last thing we'll talk about just is his fusion cannon. So this is how it looks when it is in his bot mode. So pretty good. Nothing really groundbreaking here. You just got this tab. Then when you put him in his alt mode, you flip that tab around. But that's about it. Other than when he's in his alt mode, you extend this out. So this just extends out a little bit. So you've got that going on. Looks like a nice scope. And then push it back in, and then you can see, you know, looks like maybe a spot for it to light up, but to the best of my knowledge, there's no place for batteries, no place for electronics. So there you have it. All right, so now let's just kind of play with him a little bit and talk about what you can do. So first things first, let's go ahead and talk about that face. And what you do here, this is actually pretty ingenious. I really like this. You're just going to pull up on this whole face. So you're just going to, right there, you can see that seam, and you're just going to use your thumb and pull that up, and it comes right out. And then once you have that, then you can see the smirky face right there. Oh no, dropped it. Where'd you go? Smirky face, where'd you go? Take that smirky face, and right up under here you can see, you're just going to slide it out. Yep, it's just that easy. Come on out, come on out. There we go. So you just got a tab system right there, and then you can take any other face. Let's do Laffy Face, because Laffy Face is my favorite, and plug Laffy Face in, and then you got Laffy Face Megatron, and come over here and drop it back in. Boom. And now he is all kinds of happy and laughing. So good stuff. All right, not a lot to talk about here. The pistol, you put it in there, and oh no, it's probably easier if you do that. Take the hand out, and then because these are surprisingly tight, not a complaint at all. Bring that down. Give it a squeeze. There we go. Not too worried about it being on the trigger at this point, but yeah. And then you just plug the hand in. So then you've got some pistol action. There you go. If you want to have him holding the saber, it's kind of the same deal. I do find it easier now to take the hand out. So let's go ahead and do that. He can be sabering and pistoling. Yeah, there you go. So you've got all that going on. Now, if you want to use his mace, you can have him hold the mace just like he does the saber and the pistol as well, or you can take the hand out and then just plug the mace in. So you do have that option, which is very cool. And there you go. So now he's holding the mace, and you can have him smacking some people around with that. So the last thing to talk about is fusion cannon. Well, nothing groundbreaking here. You just take the tab, put it in the slot, and there you go. So now you've got Megatron holding that, laughing, using the mace, laughing at his own fallen hand, I guess. I don't know. Whatever you want to do. So then the one last thing that I want to do here, I'm going to try to do just a comparison in each one of these parts, just to give you a point of reference. So since I have Laffy Megatron here, and he is my favorite, I will set him here. I hope this works. And then I will bring in my MP36 Megatron, who is also a Laffy Face kind of guy. And then, yeah, it looks like a bring your kid to work day right there. So just a couple of happy Megatrons just hanging out doing their thing. All right, so that's going to do it for part 3. Next part, I'm probably going to do alt mode. The transformation on this guy is pretty rigorous. It's probably going to be too long. I'll probably just post it on YouTube. So for time purposes, I'll probably just show him in his alt mode, and we'll go from there. But thanks for watching. Be sure to like, follow, comment, all the things. You guys know what to do. Thanks for watching. Bye. Now for the thrilling, epic conclusion, part 4 of the review for the Newage Toys Romulus, a.k.a. Megatron. We're ready for the big reveal. We are going to show him in his alt mode with his G1 counterpart. I do want to point out, oh sweet algorithms, hear me please. These are toys. They're not real. These are toys. Please do not give me community guidelines violations of any kind. They are not real. It's just like Woody said to Buzz. You are a toy. Okay, let's do this. Let's do the big reveal. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, there it is. So obviously the new guy is right over here, Romulus, and then here is G1 Megatron, both of them in their alt mode. And you can see the G1 Megatron. He is based on that original Walter P38 pistol. Really accurately done. You know, the bot mode suffers a little bit, but hey, we're talking 40 plus years ago now. But there you go. And then, of course, here we have Romulus, who is a faithful, albeit far more engineering advanced replication of what we have over here. So let's go ahead and bring him in and take a look at his details. And we'll just start with that handle. And you can see how it all comes together. It looks pretty good. And then the trigger, yeah, it's got a few spots here. This is where they had to fold it up and do all the origami. Could have been a little smoother there, or I would have liked to find a way for them to be a little smoother there, but pretty good overall. And then coming up to that barrel. And then, yes, of course, he's got gaps. He's not perfect, but he's pretty darn good. And then coming over to the side. Looks good there. There he is from the top. Now, this is removable. You just tug on it. I may pull him apart a little bit here, so forgive me. But you just tug on it, and if you want to have a cleaner look, you can certainly have a cleaner look there. And, yeah, I don't want to make it look like I'm going to do anything because of the algorithm, but there you go. That's how he fits in the hand. And sorry for the camera jump, but my macro is turned on my phone. That's kind of annoying. But then you just plug that back in and do that, and then you're good to go. There he is from the back. So it looks pretty good there. And then just for the quick comparison, just so you can see what we're talking about, this is, keep in mind, this was very well played with. He saw a lot of action. But this is my G1 Megatron, and you can see the Walter P38 right there. Decepticon symbols are not quite there anymore, but there he is from the side, and then he's a little loose up there, but it's all good. There it is. The proof is in the pudding. 1974, 1983, Takara. So, and yes, I do have all of his accessories. I have his box and everything, so he was just very well played with. All right, and one last comparison just for tee-hees and ha-has. Let's go ahead and put Romulus there. We'll move him out of the way, just simply because it's Megatron, we need to have an Optimus Prime here. So this is the Jada Toys non-transformable Optimus Prime in his truck mode. So you've got a point of comparison there, and just underneath, look, there's Optimus. There he is. Found him. So yeah, that's it for the review for Romulus. I will say, Really cool figure. Transformation can be a little bit fiddly, but it's not horrible once you get used to it. It just kind of takes a little bit of time to get used to it and to do it, so would have been quite a long video. I think it comes with good accessories, good playability. Is he perfect? No, but he's pretty darn good. So if you have the means, I would recommend picking this guy up. I did pick him up from showzstore.com. I paid $89 US for this guy. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll see you guys in the next one.